I made that comment. I made that mistake.
Yeah, but if they need you for the 10 o'clock minion, then they'll wait.
They do wait.
Then they'll wait more.
Yeah.
I think it's important to keep covenant seaboard. I think it's important to keep covenant seaboard. They shouldn't have to wait.
Then they should make it 10:15.
I'll only not make fun of you. Never mind. You know what? It's been one of those days. I'm just gonna leave it.
Good.
Okay, look at that.
You know when to cut it. You know.
He's a big man.
If we're gonna make fun of anything, it should be Paris's haircut. No.
If they start taking kashivas over the Daf Yomi, though, I'm gonna have to burn Barakwe down. You know.
Listen, Simon, is that hell freezing over that I hear?
That what?
That you're keeping your mouth shut.
It's frosty. It's frosty right now.
I mean, it could melt. It could melt before we're done with the daf. It might melt.
All right,
Okay.
Tat and Himmel. Hashem Shev Rachmanis on me for opening my mouth like that.
I just saw Baltimore's opening back up.
He's special.
Open and fully up.
Baltimore's-
We're not gonna miss it.
Okay, I guess hell defrosted.
All I want to do is meet that rabbi from Delray Beach. That's all I want to do.
I do also.
Simon,
That's gonna be my first stop, right to that show.
I've been there, by the way.
Yeah, when you hit
I've been there
Mine,
many
of course,
times.
no minion.
You better catch him before he gets fired.
Looks like he's firing the board before that.
Jacob, you know where that shul is? It's right outside Deerfield Beach. Little does he know there's a groundbreaking ceremony for Nagunda across the street.
Yeah.
I'm joking, but that's the next step.
If you wait 10 minutes, they'll forget anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Zebi's here. Let's go.
Somebody just texted me just because everyone likes to hack. So just because tonight's a rough daf, it's a little bit complicated. So I'll just throw something out there, food for thought. Somebody just texted me that they went to a grocery store and it's charging $11 a box of plastic gloves. And
That's not bad. Depends
Yeah.
on the
What do you mean it's not bad? I know what he's talking
No.
about.
What kind?
Plastic gloves, the
No.
Who
disposable.
cares?
There's
Different
different
First of all, it's
thicknesses.
$11.99. It's $11.99.
Jacob, why they texting
Geneva.
that? 1 second. What's the Shiloh?
No, they want me to
Skylar
know if I
is,
can do
can they
something.
rape
They
you
say
like that?
they're out of a job and they need to buy gloves. And it's crazy if they're price gouging.
Of course.
No one
That's-
needs to buy gloves. You wash your
You don't
hands.
need gloves. You need to wash your hands very well.
I know, but the bottom line is if there is a grocery store doing that,
Is it a grocery store or is it a 24-hour convenience?
grocery
No, it's a grocery store.
What do they
Grocery
normally
store.
charge? What do they normally charge?
Is it a Stop and Shop or is it a
$2,
kosher
$4.
grocery
No,
store?
it's a Jewish grocery store in the neighborhood.
The beginning.
Does it rhyme with schmeezens?
No.
I have no idea.
My
I just
wife
heard
called
about
me. My wife called me from there asking if this is normal price. I said, "Get out of there as fast as you can."
You have to know your prices.
Now, tell you,
CVS
she wasn't.
more
I'll take a
expensive.
lay down. She wasn't even in the supermarket.
CVS was more expensive. I forgot to tell her to pay for everything, so she just ran out with all the stuff.
She's
I
wired.
don't know why they charge $11.99 a box.
where? The what?
CVS is more expensive than that.
CVS is a
Landau's wife
fortune.
ran
I
out with
wonder, it's like
everything. Now we know why they
$20.
charge
CVS is selling it
$11.99 a box.
$18.
Or you just get PZ deals and you buy the same thing for $5.
No, the
It's not normal.
$11.99 a box. It depends. Are they nitrile gloves or not? I mean, you're getting a 2-pack in Costco is $20.
Yeah, but
PZ
that's
deals has
400
had it for
gloves.
$5.
That's 400 gloves.
Right. So how many gloves are they giving? And those are nitrile
This
gloves.
is one of those
which are more
small
expensive.
boxes.
These are 100
No.
gloves.
But the drugstore, it's a fortune. The blue
CVS
glove.
is $18 a box.
Yeah, it is.
One second. If they are,
Jacob, I don't understand. All of a sudden, people are
50.
complaining about the supermarket prices in the 5 towns.
By the way,
All they need to do is go to-
Stamazon.
all they need to do is go to Borough Park, and you know how much they're getting you. What is it? All of a
Grocery
sudden, they
store
wake up
prices-
$11 for gloves.
I don't know. Prices in
I give a
groceries
good
are the
point.
most expensive they ever were now.
Fine, but the whole I don't want to say lashon hara about the places here, but every place is lashon hara about how much they rip people
Why? That
off.
doesn't make sense. They're the only ones in business still.
Which is why they're doing it.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
The whole supermarket chains over here are price gouging.
Hello, let me introduce you to the bottled salt water in the Pesach season.
Listen, I work in Borough Park. I used to shop in Borough Park until I had to work from home. This is ridiculous.
So we used to have somebody who worked for Bingo's on the Daf. I mean, he still works for Bingo, but I don't.
He's on the Daf. I think he listens. He listens sometimes.
You know, maybe it's time.
Oh
to
yeah, ask
step
him
up
when he's
to the
coming
plate
here.
and let him move in. That'll
If
go.
he comes to 5 towns, how much will his gloves be?
20 minutes early on mute, right?
I don't know.
Every
$4.99.
I don't know if Bingo would make it here.
Depends on if
It would be too cheap. It would
All
really
right.
just get people
Let's
angry,
go.
rile people up.
Let's go.
They already got paid off by everyone
I will
here.
just say this. Okay? I pity if somebody's ripping off Klal Yisrael at this time to make money. I pity his next world, and I really do. That goes for matzah guys. That goes for lulav and esrog. That goes for anybody. Again, I'm not saying that they're ripping them. I have no idea because they got to make parnasa a whole year. And it's only 6 months. Whatever it is, I don't know. But if somebody's ripping off other people, if I tell you the Gehenna is going to be so hot, even Simon won't be able to freeze it over.
I'm so happy that was recorded.
There you go. All right, now let's learn something, okay?
I love it. I love that's my legacy online now is that I love that.
Okay, there you go.
All I want to know is the Shoals are going to put out a letter before Friday afternoon at 6 o'clock, or they're going to get their act together a little bit earlier.
Nothing's changing. Nothing's changing.
Maybe they'll allow Kadeshim. I'm in the mood
Last night's meeting, they said that you could have 9 people. I don't know what this means exactly
Per
because I wasn't
minion?
on the call, but 9 people can even stand in the street and 1 guy on the porch, and they can be mitzvah with the minion.
Jacob, that's carried from your halacha share last night.
I'm not saying in halacha. I'm not talking about in halacha. I'm just saying in they said that would be allowed.
So Yaakov, if I'm good at math, it's 6 feet apart a person. That means somebody's got to have a 54-foot public property in front of his house, and they're all.
No, they can be 6 feet widthwise also.
6 feet from each other.
Out.
So they have to be in the
you could have
street?
double file. You could have them double file or triple.
I don't understand. Yaakov, why don't they just get this over with and just make backyard minyanim? They're literally
That sounds
inching
to me
towards
like
that.
a backyard minion.
Exactly. What's the difference at this point? There's no difference. Just to have people do backyard minyanim.
Wait,
I don't know.
What did you say that they came up with last night? I'm sorry, I missed it.
You could have 1 guy on the porch and 9 guys in the street. Again, I didn't hear this myself, so I'm just saying it with a grain of salt.
Who's the they? You can or you should?
No, I didn't say should. You can.
That's 2 very different things.
I don't know. You should. Why should you? Let's say you want to daven at home. So nobody said you can't daven at home. You can daven at home. There's no chiyuv to daven with a minion these days. That's without a doubt.
Are you allowed to go to
someone?
It's very hard to daven
property?
at home with the same bracha out your bedroom window.
It's
very difficult.
See, Yaakov, where's the 9 o'clock? Where's the 9 o'clock minyanim these days?
I have one right outside my house. Baruch is 9 o'clock.
Are you allowed to go to someone else's property for a minyan? Or you're not allowed?
Oh, but you can go they said you can go on the street and the sidewalk. So anybody's welcome. 9 o'clock officially Baruch outside my house, but it ends up being 9:03, 9:04, 9:05.
I'm looking for a Heidi at 9:15.
That's Shachris.
Zevi's sleeping, so we can do the Dablan a lot faster.
All right, let's go because we got a lot to do. Okay, let's go. Yeah. So Taf Samach Zion. So Chazor, continuation of medical advice, right? All those strange cases. And then we said on Machloikas of kids going out with bells is exclusive to the children of kings. Then we had going out with the Mishnah said going out with animal parts for refuah, and the Chachamim say that it's not allowed because it's what goyim do. So then we had that whole discussion with goyim, right? Then we said what the animal parts work for, and then things are meant for a person to see that there's something to daven for. Then it's allowed, meaning painting a tree red so that people daven that your tree should give off fruit. Then different things that are considered from goyim, and then on Amud we continued. Then we said causing lamps to burn faster is baltashkis, right? Gershi Yara, I forgot to reply. That's the chayra, it's a good order. Then it's not baltashkis. And then the source was saying l'chaim, right? That Rabbi Kiva said l'chaim. Now also I forgot one other major case of chukas agayim. Shmuley Sugar was married to me today. Is that going to ball games, right? Going to ball games. Ramesha says it's chukas agayim. So whatever you want to do with that. Okay, so the 100 b'meisha. So now this next few blot are gonna.
Jacob, what about when it's $5 a day?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good point. What happens if it's free, right? Anyways,
So Yaakov and Moshe also holds we shouldn't be listening to music these days. So
100%. That's yeah.
It reminds me of that video of Rabbi Left at the soccer game learning.
Correct.
Learning. And,
Soccer is not baseball.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
It's bigger than baseball, Rabbitson.
Okay.
He's talking about the ball.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm not joking. Okay. Now the next few blot are going to be basically about people that forget that it's Shabbos, and how many korbanos do you have to bring? Meaning, let's say you have one guy who forgets about Shabbos totally, and let's say he does 10 things that are chil Shabbos. So now, how many korbanos does he have to bring? One, because he forgot it was Shabbos, right? Like chas v'sham, somebody who Baruch Hashem would wake up from COVID or whatever it is, and then he doesn't have any idea where he is, and then he's mechal Shabbos, and then he finds out that it wasn't Shabbos. So he goes through, he says, okay, he turned on the light, he smoked a cigarette, probably not, but I'm just saying, he did whatever it is that he had to do, and then he realized that he was mechal Shabbos 10 times. So now, does he have to bring 10 korbanos? Does he only bring one korban, right? So that's essentially what we're going to be talking about. So the Gemara says, klal, gadol, amr b'Shabbos. They said a major rule by Shabbos. Kol ha'shechech ikar Shabbos. We're seeing in the Gemara exactly what it means, ikar Shabbos. Somebody forgets the ikar of Shabbos. So he totally forgets. I mean, I'm saying the word forget in the Gemara is not going to be so simple if it means forget or he never knew about it at all, right? But whatever it is, he finds out after 2 months that for the last 2 months he kept the wrong Shabbos or he never knew about Shabbos, whichever it is, and he did many melachos and many Shabbos. Again, klal gadol amr Shabbos. Kol ha'shechech ikar Shabbos. V'asa melachos harbe v'Shabbos harbe. Ein chayev ela chatas achas. He's only chayev one chatas on all of them, right? Even though he's machal multiple Shabbos and he did multiple chatoim on each Shabbos, since it was one big forgetting, he's only chayev one. Hayedeya ikar Shabbos. Let's say a guy knows about Shabbos. V'asa melachos harbe v'Shabbos harbe, and he does many melachos on many Shabbos. Chayev al kol Shabbos v'Shabbos. He's chayev on each Shabbos, not on each melacha on each Shabbos, right? Because he knew there's such a thing as Shabbos, he just forgot that it was Shabbos. So therefore, he only has to bring one korban per Shabbos. Somebody who knows that it's Shabbos, and he did many melachos and many Shabbos, then he's chayev al kol av melacha melacha. He's chayev on each and every av melacha, right? Because he knew about Shabbos, right? So he knew that it was Shabbos. He just didn't know the different melachos, right? Let's say he's new to the religion, and he knew that there's such a thing as Shabbos, but he didn't know that. Let's say he didn't know that he can't turn on a light, right? And then he didn't know that he can't. What else? What's another common? The boirer. He didn't do. So he did boirer. He turned on lights. He thought all he has to do is make kiddush, and that's keeping Shabbos. That situation does come up, right? So they knew about Shabbos, but they just didn't know about all the Avos Malachas, so they're going to be chayav on each Av Malacha. Okay, so those are the basic.
So because he was a peah and he didn't know that the various thing to do.
So that's a big tumult in the Paiskin, whether Eimer, he's not a peah. He's not a peah. It's called Eimer. The example that I use, which is not necessarily the proper, but it's called the Eimer Mutter. He thinks it's Mutter. Right? He's not educated, so he thinks it's Mutter. So that's the question is Eimer Mutter a shogeg or an Einis? Right? Now, if you're an Einis, you're Potter and Gansen. So the question is, right, if you're an Einis, you're Potter.
He's a shogeg. Yeah.
Let's make that clear. That's good. Very good. That's a good, important point. If a guy is an Einis, Hatzalah member, who has to drive on Shabbos, does he have to bring the korban chatas? No, because he's an Einis, right? It's beyond his control. He has to do what he has to do. There's no korban chatas. But a Hatzalah member who wakes up in the morning and forgets it's Shabbos and then goes on a call. Well, if he goes on a call, he's a potter. But then he goes in his car on Shabbos morning. So he's not an Einis, he's a shogeg. Right? So then he has to bring a korban.
No, so why if a person forgets, if a person doesn't know the Aveira, is on Shabbos, he's mechuyev for each Aveira. But if he forgets that it's Shabbos, like in the second case in the Mishnah, he forgets it's Shabbos, so why is he only chayiv one? He's a pesheya from forget.
No, because since he forgot about Shabbos totally, it goes with your forgetting. Since he totally forgot that it was Shabbos, he was delusional.
Like sturdy, but if you heard a little click, then it's fine. It's not gonna fall off.
Okay, put him on mop. Yeah. If a guy's delusional, right, and he wakes up and he thinks it's Friday, and it's Shabbos, right? He thinks it's Friday, and it's really Shabbos. So how many maisim of forgetfulness did he do?
Forget one, but
right, so that's it.
But that one caused him to do 10 averos.
True, but it was one big forgetting. We're gonna go through in the next couple of blocks.
I thought someone considered a shogeg because onus is only if you don't know the halachas of Shabbos.
No, that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. That's a big controversy whether an omer mutter is a shogeg or an onus. If somebody who thinks something is mutter, if he's a shogeg, then he has to bring a korban. If he's an onus, then he's potter.
But you said onus is because he's put in a situation where he has no choice and whatever it is, like you said, whatever it is.
Correct.
But I'm saying, I thought the halacha was in regards to if he knows the halachas of Shabbos, and if he knows the halachas of Shabbos, no matter what he did, he's always doing with shogeg, even if he's in a situation.
No, not necessarily. If a guy thinks something's mutter, he's not a shogeg. He's an omer mutter. It's a different status. He thinks.
Isn't that doesn't the Gemara in Makkah say Omer Mutter is like a shogeg carvel maaser, but it's still the status of a shogeg?
No, so the achrayim have all sorts of shtickle of Torah about how you gonna go with Omer Mutter. Listen, an Omer Mutter is not getting the Tzaddik of the Year award, that's for sure.
Right, but I don't think the Gemara over there says he's an Einis. The Gemara is just.
I don't remember the Gemara. But Hadra, let me know.
When you kill a person, if you kill a person and you just assume you're allowed to kill people.
What, you talking about when he kills the shogeg or he falls off the ladder?
No, he kills because he assumes that you're allowed to kill people. The Torah is an maaser killing.
Right, so I don't remember I don't remember. I have a vague memory. You got to ask Peretz, he's a Makkah's guy.
And also, I saw a guy, he's not ones either. It's Tzeicha Shabbos, so it's not like he did any Avera.
Because that's what an Ones is.
Ones, no, but you don't have to bring a korban for Ones?
No, Ones is totally potter. Ones is totally potter. You're right. To describe Atzola guy as an Oines you're right. That's not a good description because it's Tzeicha Shabbos, that's it. But you can say, the maaser Machal Shabbos. Yeah, I'm an Oines. I mean,
I also thought that someone who was like a Baal Tshuva, that like literally knew nothing of nothing before, and then became a Baal Tshuva, that there's nothing, I don't say there's nothing for them to do, but it is what it is because they literally didn't know.
Correct. So that's exactly what we're going to discuss soon. Very good.
Gemara is going to talk about a tinok shenishba.
What? We're going to discuss tinok shenishba, if this is referring to tinok shenishba or not. Okay, let's see weiter. Melachos harbe me'ein melacha achas. Let's say somebody does many melachos, but they're all part of one melacha. Ein chayav el chadas. You only chayav one chadas. That means, let's say a guy does boirer in 5 different ways. I guess that's just an easy way to. Or no, let's do another way. He turns on a light. He lights a cigarette. He makes a campfire, and he turns on his hot water. So all 4 of those go under the umbrella of Eish on Shabbos, right? So you're not going to be chayav for each one. Each Av Melacha gets its own, right? So even though he did 4 things wrong, right, and each one is independently a chatos, but since they all go under one Melacha. Okay, so first.
Does that have to be be'elam echad?
We're going to discuss that. Yes, I was hoping you wouldn't ask that right now, but yeah, that's
Sorry.
No, right? That's the question is that all helam echad, right? The pashtus is that's all in helam echad, meaning in one forgetting. Because if each not, then each one gets its own forgetting. We'll discuss it in the Gemara. Yeah. So first the Gemara has some paperwork to do about the lashon of klal gadol. That's the derech, the way it is in Shas. It's very interesting. I don't know exactly what the pshat is. That every parak and every masechta, before it starts getting into the meat of what it's talking about, it first discusses the lashonis of the Mishnah. Why are you picking this lashon? Why are you starting this masechta first? It always does that for the first Amud. So my time. So talking about what's the reason? My time at klal gadol. How come you're saying klal gadol? What's the big klal gadol here? If you're going to say that because we want to teach another rule, so therefore tana klal gadol. So therefore, it says the klal gadol, meaning there's going to be 2 rules, and you have a klal gadol, a major rule, and you have a minor rule. So if that's what you say, v'gabi shvius nami mishum degoyla misnei oid klal acher tana klal gadol, and by shvius also, because it also says klal gadol by shvius, by shmita, and you want to teach another one, v'gabi maaser the katani klal acher v'loy tani klal gadol. but by maaser it says klal, another klal, but it doesn't say klal gadol. Meaning, so Shabbos it would work, and by shmita it would work, right? But it doesn't work for maaser because maaser doesn't say another klal. I'm sorry, it does say another klal, but it doesn't say klal gadol by the first rule. Rav and Shabbos and Shvius, the isbu avos v'toldos tinok gadol. By Shabbos and Shvius, that they both have avos and toldos, meaning they have the father, meaning the major isser, and then you have all the subcategories. So they have that. So therefore it says klal gadol. Maaser, the lesbu avos v'toldos. Maaser doesn't have avos and toldos. It just has some basic halachas. Lo tana klal gadol. Fine. Or lebar kapra or lebar kapara, however you want to pronounce it, the tani klal gadol b'maaser, that he does learn the words klal gadol b'maaser. My avos and my toldos ika. What kind of avos and toldos are there by maaser? That bar kapra says klal gadol. Elo la.
Why is that a?
I don't know. I was wondering that myself.
According to the original kasha of the Gemara, bar kapara doesn't have a kasha now. The whole thing falls off.
Right.
The kasha of the Gemara was, why doesn't it say it by maaser? Well, it does say it by maaser.
Then the whole thing is.
Yeah.
No, but now.
What do we ask?
Enochanami. Yeah, and also what? So, but I guess it's a kasha by kafra. Right. No, because I think it's really asking where their avos and toldos. It's not really. You're right. The whole teretz.
They don't have to be.
The whole kasha be maturitz, but lemaisa we're saying that the pshat is that there's avos and toldos. That's why we're saying klal gadol. Right. So then lemaisa where's his avos and toldos? Elalav. Now again, what the rule is with Ella usually means that the Gemara is erasing its previous teretz and now starting with a new one. Ella lav hanu time a gadol ein shel Shabbos yosim mishel shviyus. The punishment of Shabbos is more than of shmita. Ilu Shabbos isa bein betolish bein mechuber. Shabbos you could have isurim on whether the thing is attached to the ground or not attached to the ground. Ilu shviyus betolish less of a mechuber isa. But by shviyus, if it's something detached from the ground, right? Then it's going to be a problem of shmita. But if it's detached from the ground, there's no problem, right? Meaning by Shabbos you have grinding, kneading. Those are things that have to do with they're not attached to the ground. Right? Your wheat or whatever that you're doing with it is not attached to the ground. But by shmita, everything is attached to the ground, right? And the punishment by shviyas is more than maaser. Because shmita is whether it's by the human food or animal food. Right? Animal food does not, you don't have to take maaser off of animal food. The reason why it says the klal gadol by maaser is because maaser is stronger than peah. Dilu maaser, Naftali Liner, I hope you remember this. Dilu maaser isa b'te'ena v'yerek. Maaser is by te'ena and yerek. Dilu peah, less of a te'ena v'yerek. But peah is not by figs and vegetables. The Tanan klal amar b'peah. There's a rule that we said by peah. Kol shu mir Naftali Liner officially learned peah after the daf when he was coming here in person, but that obviously got derailed for the last couple of months. But we did do this Mishnah. The Tanan klal amar b'peah. Kol shu oichel v'nishmar v'gedulim min haaretz v'likitasek ha'achas. Anything that gets eaten, and nishmar means it gets put away and it doesn't decay. V'gedulim min haaretz, and it grows in the ground. V'likitasek ha'achas, and you gather it all at once. And you put it also that you put it away for you preserve it. Chayev bepeah. You chayev bepeah. Oichel lemute sviche satis bekotza. Oichel comes to exclude the stuff that grows by itself. The nishmar and that it's watching mute hefker. That's and if you leave stuff in the hefker, so it would need peah. V'gedulim min haaretz lemute kamein pitreus, and it has to grow from the ground. That comes to exclude mushrooms. Right, that mushrooms and what's the other type? The thing that grows mushrooms and
truffles.
Truffles. Thank you. Mushrooms and truffles. Right, so those grow from the air. We had that already before in brachas, so therefore they don't have to take off. And they gather together. It comes to exclude figs. Right, that's why there's no pay on vegetables because vegetables get rotten very fast. Fruits last a lot longer. If you look up, so that's all by peah. If you look up, maaser tanan klal amar b'maaser kol shu oichel v'nishmar v'gedulim min haaretz chayev b'maaser. If it's food and you watch it and it's gedulim min as opposed to hefker v'gedulim min haaretz, and it grows in you chayev b'maaser. And the gathering it all as once and putting it away is not part of the equation by maaser. So therefore, peah has more than maaser. So that's why you could say klal gadol. You could say you don't say klal gadol by maaser. Fine. Now we get back to the Gemara. Rav and Shmuel dami tavai. Rav and Shmuel say masnisin tinok shenishba. You hear Simon. The Mishnah is talking about a tinok shenishba lebein hanochrim. Talking about a kid that was captured by goyim, meaning he was captured when he was a baby, so he had no idea anything about Yiddishkeit. The gershon is guy ben hanochrim, and a guy that became a ger between goyim, which Taisa says, well, if a guy became a ger, that means he has to be mekabel mitzvahs. That means he has to be taught the mitzvahs. So how could that be? Meaning he has to be megayer in front of 3 yidden. So how could he be megayer ben hanochrim? And if he's by yidden, then they're going to tell him Shabbos. So Taisa says, no, they didn't let him know about Shabbos. It's talking at the bottom Toisus, a one-line Toisus, right? If he's Toisus says if he's Megayer by himself, it doesn't work, right? So he has to be Megayer with 3 Yidden, and whatever the Yidden didn't tell him about Shabbos. That would be the case of Gershon is guided. So that's what Rav and Shmuel initially think. It's talking about tinok shenishba, right? Now, what is it Megayer?
The question is though, what's the difference between a tinok shenishba and someone who readily puts themselves in the line of fire, so to speak, like a Hatzalah guy. They're doing things that like right things. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be doing the Hatzalah, but they've chosen to do that. Whereas someone who in these cases lived amongst goyim, or they was captured or whatever it is, how are they anywhere near liable to bring any type of korban at all? Like
they're not.
They just said it. It says you're what is it?
Well, okay, the truth, right? According to the Havamina now, according to this opinion, you would have to bring 1 korban. That's it. But you're right. The Gemara is gonna change this on Amud base. So really, it would not be required right now. According to their opinion, they would be required to bring 1. Yes. Right. But okay, let's wait to
figure out why though. I get it. Like I'm not like putting.
Yeah. So the Gemara really slugs it up. So we're gonna see. We'll see. Now, just Agav, I just want to say that tinok shenishba we treat like a yid for all these things like ribbis, right? So if a guy is not religious, so if a guy is anti, so you're allowed to, and he's mechal Shabbos in public, you're allowed to collect ribbis from him. He's not considered, right? Anybody that's mechal Shabbos b'frei Hesya is considered not Jewish, right? But that's only if they're not a tinok shenishba. If they're tinok shenishba, they're treated as full yidden. Right? Now the question is how you define nowadays tinok shenishba. If you look at the news, you see Jews, you see Orthodox, you see Frum. Okay, so that's a whole tumult in the Paiskin, right? But certain things where you can't trust them, meaning if a tinok shenishba, l'mashal for the Paiskin that hold that there's bishul akum on not Frum people, right? So if the reason that you say that bishul akum is because you're going to get influenced from somebody, so a tinok shenishba might influence you also. It has nothing to do, meaning even though he's considered Jewish, right? But in that sense, he has a din of a goy because he might negatively influence you if you're going to eat bread with him or cook with him, according to those poskim that say that. Right? Meaning a tinok shenishba, yes, we treat them like yidden, and nothing is their fault. But at the end of the day, we can't trust them like a yid because they don't know the halachas, right? Okay, that's just an interesting point that we have to just point out. But anyways, so Rav and Shmuel are saying that it's a tinok shenishba lebein hanochrim, regershon is guy ben hanochrim, meaning he knew nothing. But if he knew about Shabbos, right? There's another chumrah that they're saying. If he knew the concept of Shabbos, and then he forgot chayav al kol Shabbos of Shabbos, then he would be chayav on each and every Shabbos, right? So then the Gemara says, Tanana shekayach ikar Shabbos. It says he forgot the ikar of Shabbos. Now what does that mean? Lav mechlal dahavi le'yediyah me'ikara. It says shekayach in the Mishnah. Rav and Shmuel are now saying it's a tinok shenishba. That means he never knew about it, right? And that's what they're saying in the Mishnah. But what the problem is that the term that the Mishnah uses is ha-shecheyach ikar Shabbos. He forgot. Lav mechlal dahavi le'yediyah me'ikara. So we say,
he learned it.
What? Then he's not a tinok shenishba.
No, he learned it in the stomach.
And what?
With malach.
No, the womb doesn't fly.
You can't say a yid knew and then he forgot, even if it's a tinok shenishba.
No, we don't. No.
What would be
as
the
far as I
difference
know, we don't say
anyway?
that.
What would be the difference in logic anyway between you forgot or you never knew?
If you forgot and if you never knew anything, right? So then you would bring because if you knew about Shabbos, so what the Gemara is trying to say is if you knew about it, so that means and then you forgot about it. So every Shabbos you forgot about it. So maybe you have to bring a korban for each and every Shabbos, right? If you never knew
it would
about
be the same if you forgot like for 2 weeks straight, like whatever
if you forgot for 2 weeks straight,
and you're over 2 Shabbos.
So so good. A good question. It's good to hear you raising your voice, right? Very happy. But we'll see in the Gemara Vayta. We have to see in the Gemara Vayta.
When you're saying you're forgetting Shabbos, what are you forgetting? The halachas of Shabbos?
No, you forgot that. Yeah, you forgot that Shabbos has to do with. Yeah, forgot with melachos. Yeah.
What did I forget?
Either you forgot Shabbos, right?
What did I forgot Shabbos? I'm a tinok shenishba. I know this is Saturday. Does that mean that I know this Shabbos?
No, because that means you don't know the real meaning of it. It means you don't know the real meaning of it. Yeah, you know such a concept of Saturday, but you have no idea what the importance is and stuff like that.
I'm really happy you said that.
Are you not?
For all of us tinok shenishbas?
No comment.
No, you're not talking with me. They answered the outdoor mini ornament for Rockaway again?
Not that I know of.
Well, you're not dominating with a minion tonight?
All right, so stop it.
Who says I'm not?
Nah, you got 7 minutes to finish the daf.
Okay, so you know what? Like I said last night in the shir, there's no chiyuv to learn. So if they have a mini without me, then I will daven without a mini. Yes, the Talmud Torah is tefillah b'tzibur. That's the Talmud Torah. The Rabbim definitely is. Anyways, yeah. So what are we up to? So the Gemara answers. I lost the place. So Shabbos la mechlal the havi la yediyah meikara. Isn't not a yediyah meikara loy. My kol shchech Shabbos the ha'is shchuach mimenu ikra shel Shabbos. It was forgotten from him the ikra of Shabbos. Aval, right? So that's what it means. It was forgotten from him. The ikra Shabbos me'olam, meaning he totally forgot about it. Aval hikra l'b'sayf shachach my chayav kol Shabbos Shabbos. But if he recognized it and in the end he forgot, then he's going to be chayav on each and every Shabbos. So then the Gemara says, "Adatani hayedeya ikra Shabbos." Also, melachos harbi Shabbos harbi chayav kol Shabbos Shabbos. That somebody who knows the ikra Shabbos and he does melachos harbi and Shabbos harbi is chayav on each and every Shabbos. Listen, hikra l'b'sayf shakach. So then why don't you just say a simpler case, or a bigger chiddush? Hikra l'b'sayf shakach. Right? He recognized Shabbos, then he forgot. For kol shekein ha. Right? And then for sure, this case where he really never knew about it. Well, not where he knew about it. Where he knew each and he forgot and then remembered. So then the Gemara answers, "My yedei ikra Shabbos misha yedei ikra shel Shabbos v'shakra." What does it mean? Somebody who knows the ikra of Shabbos. He knew the ikra of Shabbos, and then he forgot it. Right? Aval loy shakra mai. But let's say he didn't forget. Right? Meaning he didn't forget. He knew that there's such a thing as Shabbos, but he forgot that today is Shabbos. Right? So chayav al kol melacha. Then he's going to be chayav on each and every melacha. Because he knew such a concept of Shabbos, he just keeps forgetting what day Shabbos is. So then if you're saying that case, and the way the Mishnah says it is he knows the Ikar Shabbos, and he did many melachos on many Shabbos, he's chayav on each and every melacha. Listen, Ikar Shabbos. Why don't you just say he knew the Ikar Shabbos and then forgot? And then for sure there's Ella. Okay, so whatever the kashas are, they're a little complicated. Don't worry about it. Ella, masnisin k'shekol v'sayf shokach. The Mishnah is talking about where he did know such a thing as Shabbos and then he forgot. With the Rav and Shmuel, nami k'hikol v'sayf shokach. And what Rav and Shmuel are saying is that somebody who's a tinok shenishba is like he was hikr ula v'sayf shokach. V'hachiyet ma Rav and Shmuel dami. This is what Rav and Shmuel are saying. Even a tinok shenishba and a gershon is gayer. Between goyim is hikr l'b'sayf shogeg dami and he's chayev. Rabbi Yochanan and Rav Shimon ben lakish dami tever dafka hikr l'b'sayf shogeg. When Rabbi Yochanan and Rav Shimon ben lakish disagree, and they say that dafka, if they recognize, they knew about Shabbos and then he forgot. Aval tinok shenishba ben anochrim. Simon, this is for you. Aval tinok shenishba ben anochrim. V'gershon is gayer ben anochrim potter. Right? So Rav and Shmuel are saying that they have to bring one korban. Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish are saying that a tinok shenishba brings nothing. right? Because Aimer Mutter, look at the Rashi Potter, because this is something that we discussed. Reb Zev, it's this Potter, it's around 10 thin lines down. Yeah, see the word Potter? It's the first word on the line. The Kasabri of Yochanan reish lakish, Aimer Mutter Einesu v'loy shogeg. And Aimer Mutter is an Eines, and he's not a shogeg. So it sounds like Rav and Shmuel would say that he's a shogeg, but he only has to bring one korban for all the years that he was Machal Shabbos. Okay? Fine. Meisvei, so now we have a kasha from a brisa. This is not our Mishnah, even though it's similar, very similar to our Mishnah, but it's not exactly like our Mishnah. Meisvei, klal, gadol, Amud Shabbos. We said a rule by Shabbos. Kol peah ikar Shabbos. Also, melachos harvei v'Shabbos harvei ein chayev ela achas. If you forgot the ikar Shabbos and you did many melachos on many Shabbos, you're only chayev ela achas. Ketzad, what's the case? Tinok shenishba in anachrim, v'ger shenishba in anachrim. Also, melachos harvei v'Shabbos harvei ein chayev ela chatas echas v'chayev al hadam achas v'alachelev achas. And the same thing would be if he had blood multiple times and chelev and all avodah zara achas. And on avodah zara he would chayev one. Munbaz, which is an interesting name for a Tana, Munbaz Paiter, he said Pater. Munbaz dan lefnei Rabbi Akiva. And this was Munbaz's thought process in front of Rabbi Akiva. Right? So somebody does something on purpose is considered a sinner. And a shogeg is also called a chayta. He's a shogeg, but he still sinned by accident. Just like somebody who did it on purpose, knew what he was doing. The shogeg also had to have a yediyah, which is very interesting, because what does that mean? Aren't we saying that a shogeg, the definition of a shogeg is that he doesn't know, right? Otherwise, he's a maaser, which we're going to see in a second. But that's what Munbaz is saying, that just like a maaser, we compare a shogeg to a maaser. Just like a maaser knew what he was doing, shogeg also did. So I'm going to already I'll add it even onto your words. If that's the case, then a maaser has to have a yediyah when he's doing it, right? A guy's lighting up a cigarette on Shabbos and he's doing it on purpose. He knows exactly what he's doing. So a shogeg also would have to have a yediyah when he's lighting up the cigarette and he didn't know about Shabbos. He has to know about it. So the question's obvious. Amaloi, Hain. So Amud says yes, it's true. So then they said, and I'm sorry, Amaloi Hain. Rula said yes. And of course, you even added on to it. Amaloi Ludvarecha. According to you, if every shogeg has to know exactly what he's doing, so he's not a shogeg, he's a maaser, right? I mean, if we're saying that every shogeg has to know exactly what he's doing, then he's a shogeg, not a maaser. I'm sorry, he's a maaser, not a shogeg. So katani mia, whatever it is, that's the interchange between Munbaz and Rabbi Akiva. So katani mia, we learned, however, ketzad tinok. We said a tinok, and what we say, the tinok has to bring one korban. Tinok shenishba has to bring one korban. Let's say it's a tinok shenishba till he's 20, so he has to bring for every Shabbos from when he was bar mitzvah till he was 20. He's got to bring just one korban, even though he went 7 years, 52 weeks a year of being machal Shabbos, right? But just one korban. But Rabbi Yochanan reish lakish said he doesn't have to bring a korban at all. So Bishlam and Rav Shmuel nicha. Rav Shmuel fits into this price. Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Shimon ben lakish kasha. So Rabbi Yochanan and Shimon ben lakish say they have a kasha. Amalei. Amri Lach, did I say to you, Rabbi Yochanan reish lakish? Amri Lach, Rabbi Yochanan reish lakish. Lo, it's not true. Lo, miika Munbaz the potter, ananda rinika Munbaz. Doesn't Munbaz say that they are potter? So we hold like Munbaz. So you can't ask any questions. We have a Tana who says that a tinok shenishba is potter. Okay, we'll stop here. We made it, Shroel. All right, good tonight.
Yaakov Weiner really has to run because he has to come over.
Good job.
Everybody.
Jacob, that was a record, by the way.
Gemara and Makis. It's not a kasha from the Gemara. I learned the Gemara and Makis with this boy, right? That guy who texted you.
Yeah.
So over there we have a shita. Abaya says that he holds that Omer Mutter is karev lemezid.
Oh, so which Gemara are you talking about?
Right in the beginning of the second paragraph.
Yes, that's
what I brought up.
Ask that kasha.
First of all, it's a machlekes Abaya and Rava. It's not so simple. Taisus brings it down over here also. He says over there the Gemara actually calls it an einis. It's a shaila over there how you learn the Gemara, but the Gemara over there calls it an einis, and Taisus has to say the Gemara is lav dafka over there when the Gemara calls it an einis.
Okay, I gotta sign out. So you go to Florida.
Okay, great. Tyson says to there. Okay.
Good enough, everybody.
Mazel tov, everybody. Stay safe.
I have to join Vahu Rachun Yechaper.
Hey, Ma.
How are
They
you?
even have a ladies section?
No, I have my own section, My own.